Alright gang, just did a video for the paleo, so now we're just gonna do it for the zone. 2 weeks left in the challenge, so how can we kind of maintain this for long term instead of just cutting it off once the challenge is over? So with the zone, right, we already kind of talked about this. You have your baseline, so if a person, let's say, has 18 blocks, it'd be 18 blocks of carbs, 18 blocks of protein, and 18 blocks of fat. One thing you can do is you can take away a carb block per day and add in 3 blocks of fat per day. So what that would look like is that this is the baseline, 18, 18, 18, carbs, protein, fat. I take away a carb block, that makes it 17 blocks a day for carb, 18 blocks for protein, and then I add 3 fat back in, so that's 21. And this is per day, right? This one is per day. And you would do that for 2 weeks straight, and then you would assess. Am I seeing some results? Am I losing some body fat? Is it not? Do I need to do it again? So then round 2 would be the same exact thing, right? So now I take another carb away, so it's 16 blocks of carbs, still doing 18 blocks of protein, then I add another 3 blocks of fat in, so it's 24. I would do that for 2 weeks and I would assess. And maybe this is where I live. Maybe this is like I'm comfortable, I'm seeing the results, I'm still feeling good, I have a bunch of energy, cool. Then this is my new standard that I hit all the time, right? Remember, the baseline is something we can always go back to. This is what we can kind of mix and find what works best for our body. Another thing you can do is maybe you're hitting the baseline and you're feeling golden, you're feeling good. Maybe you've lost some weight, maybe you're a little bit stagnant in the weight, maybe you're losing a little bit of energy in the gym. What we can do is up the fat intake too. So it says up to 5 times fat, but easy example here would be I could start with doing maybe just 2 times fat, and then over the course, if it starts to feel good, then go to 3 times, 4 times, 5 times is like what elite athletes would do, like games athletes. So we probably don't need to get up there, but you never know. So for example, if I take this baseline, I would have 18 carbs, 18 protein, and then I would do 2 by the fat. So I would just double it, I would increase it, right? So 18 plus 18 is 36, and that would be my daily prescription. You could also do it when you're mixing and matching with this stuff. So let's say, you know, I played around with the baseline a little bit, I'm at 16 blocks of carbs, 18 protein, and 36 fat, right? So I've done this little thing, and all I'm gonna do is the 16 to 18, but I'm gonna go back to 18 fat, and I'm gonna double it because it's 2x. And now it's 36 fat. So these are some things you can play around with. Remember, the whole idea with nutrition is to experiment and find what works for you, right? The best one is the one that you actually can do and see results and maintain. So if this is unrealistic to you, then we need to find a baseline that is realistic to you. Maybe the person who, you know, loves carbs and has to eat them and minimize the fats, and it works for you and you see results. Maybe you're the opposite end, low carbs and higher fats. You just need to find something that's gonna be maintainable for you. Because this is the baseline right here. And not everyone is gonna be 18s across the board. You're gonna have to play around and find what works for you. And that's how we maintain it long term and see results instead of just doing this for 8 weeks and falling off. So just some things to take away, gang.